怪人王オロチ様。さて。
I love the superimposing shots they show us of this big dude. Makes me really hyped for the fight next season.
さあこれで4強が出揃いました。果たして優勝は誰の手に
How they did this side-by-side shot of 3 up-close portraits and then added Saitama as a much smaller one just adds to the comedic value since he looks so out of sorts there.
バレたか。じゃあ、はい、自爆。
Lucky damn robot. Drive Night. Also, I just gotta add, I think this anime would have killed among audiences if Season 1 had been animated in the same style. It feels to me like we were essentially spoiled by Season 1's incredible quality. That being said, I know a great many of you, like me, have really enjoyed this season and it's still high standard, so I'll show our appreciation with another win.
よくもコンサートの邪魔をしてくれたな。死んで償え。
Again, one of the best things about One Punch Man is the concentration it has on other heroes, much like this guy upon which sits a cloud of mystery that I adore. Just like how powerful is he since he comfortably sits at the #1 position, barring those he deems inferior from moving up. Nicely refamiliarizing us with multiple Class S heroes.
トウモロコシの品種改良みたいなもんだろう。
Referring to this guy as essentially being a new type of corn. Oh boy, I love this shot! Honestly, she's such an interesting hero, because out of everyone who I think might one day stand a chance in a battle against Saitama, she's definitely right up there at the top. Also because why the heck not go ahead and take a second win for how she messed up the day of this giant ass squid. How everyone is basically afraid of her, at least if you have any sense like these guys. Learning that they're actually creating monsters somehow makes the next arc in Season 3 very interesting to me, since there's a seemingly infinite amount until you get to the source of what's making them. Introducing to us the monster cells and their ability to change humans into monsters, which leads to some excellent moments down the line. Atomic Samurai! Loving that this guy thinks he's being super intimidating to Saitama when in reality Saitama's just in panic mode that he's noticing his wig. The fact that Saitama basically spends the entire match protecting his shiny, bald, deceiving noggin from the crowd's judgmental gaze. Shout out to this kick attack sending your boy into the air. That looked awesome. Wig-related worries. Brilliant how they link this statement into a future episode in such a huge way. It really added so much more of an impact for me personally and changed it from being a casual event taking place during an arc to a powerful and emotional moment. This also an admittedly rare moment when something is said which hits Saitama and forces him into serious mode for a moment, after which the effects are amazing, like shredding the clothes of this shredded dude. Him believing Saitama's actual reason for wearing the wig was being bald. The continuation of this epic battle! The flop when Saitama casually hits the now raised platform makes me laugh so hard that I don't even know why. I guess in much the same way this also made me laugh, because it kind of looks so comedic how he floats back so casually during what should be such an intense match. Saitama's understanding and final takeaway from martial arts. He ass blasted him. He blasted him with his ass. It really wouldn't be Saitama if he wasn't more afraid of getting into trouble with a few refs than taking on this incredibly strong opponent. This end of episode set up for the following one.
武術界も落ちたものだ。
The setup to what is probably a couple of my favorite episodes of the entire season.
まあ今はそこで見てるがいい。人間の生物的脆さ、心の弱さを。
Giving us a quick look at the hero behind the metal mask. How intriguing.
心強いな。
みんな怪人になっちゃった。
I tell you, props to this guy. Even after losing badly to Saitama, he still resisted ever eating one of the monster cells. He's definitely a fun and interesting character whose arc becomes more and more interesting as it goes on. Showing us that there are clear levels to these monsters who have turned, since he easily takes down the first three, but genuinely has some difficulty versus the next guy, and I love how they showed that on his face. I'm sure this wasn't done on purpose, but he actually takes the brunt of this energy attack and stops it from getting past him to the others. If this was done on purpose, that'd be rather heroic. The first huge realization that this monster is on an entirely different level to the others, done so most excellently as well, I must add. Watchdog Man! It was also really nice to actually see Garo struggle against a hero, other than Saitama of course.
3、2、1。
That after all the beatings he's been taking, that he's still able to shove his foot off and attack his nuts.
おいあんたピンチなんだ手を貸してくれないか
His character arc has already been constructed right here as he realizes how much trouble he's in and asks someone else for help.
この先の ICU には動かせない患者さんたちがいる
Moomin Rider being Moomin Rider even after being badly wounded a few episodes ago. This for me was such a genuinely outstanding moment, seeing these two heroes having been beaten and mocked through numerous previous battles up to and including being mocked by him, and yet still they stand ready to defend him. Why do they do this? Because above all they're heroes, regardless of what anyone says. In a way, they kind of exemplify what it means to be a hero in One Punch Man, because they're not after fame or money, but instead to help others, even if the one they're helping is far stronger than them.
なぜ何しに戻ってきたんだ
Then right on cue from my last statement, they look at each other almost puzzled by his question.
助けられたよありがとう
Now he's at the stage of actively thanking heroes. I mean, his arc is kind of microwaved, but honestly, I do like his character, especially how he ends up, and it would be very interesting to get to see him in Season 3. Saving Moomin Rider is classic tank top related style. Honestly, how they framed this moment was perfect, with him attempting to flee as we hear in the background the two heroes take a beating from their foe, only to be knocked back inside as he's so desperate to escape with his life.
まあ聞け。お前より強い怪人など俺を含めて何匹もいる。
Foreshadowing.
俺はもう戦う気はない頼むこのまま見逃してくれやめろ
I gotta say, for One Punch Man, this got kind of dark and I liked it a whole lot, because here he is almost begging for his life, just to be allowed to leave intact, and this a-hole can't even do that.
怪人がここに怪人がいるんだ誰かいませんか
Hearing him call out for someone to help, coupled with outstanding voice acting to show just how desperate he is for a hero's aid.
ヒーローやっているものだ
Oh hell yes.
あとは任せとけ
My god, he really is at his very best when he's all like super serious. I love you!
助けを呼ぶ声聞こえたぜ水流よく一人で耐えたなあとは任せとけ
This music, which let's admit is pretty heroic sounding and fits Saitama really nicely.
ダメだ思い出せね
今は危ない状況だからじっとしておいた方がいい
近くにはおそらく豪傑もいる。
How he shows concern for Saitama. This is just like a fully rounded, albeit slightly microwaved character arc, and one that I personally loved. They took him from someone who was incredibly self-serving, dismissive and worse of heroes, and brought him full circle to being someone concerned for others and thankful of heroes, having fully realised what they do for society at large.
あれを野放しにしてはいけない。S 級ヒーローを集め、埼玉先生の力も借り。
One Punch Man always building up foes as someone who could potentially be a problem for Saitama, and him proving time and again that there's no match is a perfect element of this anime. If this wasn't done semi-regularly, the format could get old very fast, but seeing strong heroes exclaim how strong a foe is and building up that foe always makes things more interesting.
で、その怪人はどこ行った？あっちだけど。
Saitama face.
離さないぞ。恩人をみすみす見殺しにはできない。
This scene is beautifully crafted, and having him be desperate to stop Saitama going to face this foe he genuinely believes will kill him, and then it's mixed with Saitama's super laid-back and casual style just trying to go and see this monster for himself.
とついて大会に出場したこと、秘密にしといてくれ。
Showing the scuff marks on Saitama's body and face is a nice touch, since we hear multiple smaller blasts in the distance followed by one huge blast, obviously being Saitama's, with the smaller ones being that of Saitama, allowing the monster to hit him to test his strength.
ヒーローになれるかな。俺も。知らん。え？
Putting aside the clear comedy aspect of Saitama replying with no idea, this now completely rounds out his character arc, now wanting to become a hero himself to get over his fear of losing today. That's a really nice arc, to be honest.
俺が慣れたんだから誰でもなれるんじゃねえの？
Saitama being self-deprecating, clearly not having an idea of just how powerful he actually is one of my favourite elements of his character, what makes him so very watchable.
その愛情は無駄にはしない。
おい。
Purely prisoner.
埼玉市？
キング。
I'm super enjoying the building dynamic between these two.
まだこれから生えてくるかもしれないよ。それに育毛剤だって。
待て待て、全然そういう話してないから。
Everyone assuming when Saitama is down is due to his lack of hair.
キング、伸びしろが残ってないってことは、自分の成長を楽しむことがもうできないってこと。
Showing us this part of his character was a nice touch, insofar as saying that there are issues involved with just being too strong like he is, and they frame it in an excellent way.
埼玉市は強くなっただけで目的地にたどり着いたと勘違いしているんじゃないかな。
King actually going on to provide some sage advice to our hero despite not being one himself. They can go ahead and take a second win for his speech as a whole. It was really well done to push our hero onto the next stage of his progression, or at least that's very much what I hope has happened.
少なくとも俺はそう思う。漫画にもそう書いてあったし。
He read it in a manga!
じゃあハンデとして俺は指一本ずつしか使わないからさ。
言ったな。今度こそぶっ潰してやる。
読めた。覚悟しやがれ。
This?
を自称するヒーロー狩りってのが活動してたり、いろいろ起きてるんだってよ。
You gotta love how Saitama has now had 2 interactions with the Hero Hunter without even knowing it. I know some people mentioned in the previous episodes that they dislike the sound effects, but I'm going on record once again for this one that I think it sounds freaking awesome. Just sounds like a bunch of super high impact sound effects.
先行のフラッシュを確実に打ちた。
Building up his character and then the world by telling us that he is the sole survivor of a group, and also mentioning how these two want to defeat Flashy Flash, who we saw earlier on, as a powerful looking top ranking hero.
プロヒーローか？お前。
はい。
ゴリラじゃねえか。
Oh my god.
になりうる存在ならばここで死んでいけ。
いざこざはよそでやれ。
Leaving this awesome looking character at that, with a huge mystery surrounding him in terms of who he is, why he's seemingly living around humans, and that he seems to have metal hands or something.
怪人協会からメッセージが届きました。怪人協会からメッセージが。
Ending the episode in such an awesome way. The fact that he cooked it and thus it has no effect on him.
首を洗って待っていろ、埼玉。
And then just confirming it. Well, that'll do it, alright.
これ以上勢力を伸ばす前に一斉に駆除して。
Plot twist! Scenery shot!
この間にヒーロー協会の最高戦力を集めてガキを救出しに来い。
Building up what will likely be an absolutely smashing third season with lots of powerful heroes taking on lots of powerful monsters, much like the end to season 1.
バカだ、これ生身だよな。
何を言ってるんだか。
Lackluster. Also, go ahead and take a second win since people in the media with sensitive sensibilities tried to paint this character and thus the mangaka, the animators, and anyone else who worked on the anime as racist.
お前もだよド S。
私はまだほとんど無血だよ。
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Now let's calm down and not make any rash decisions, okay?
様子を見に行くか。
This music and intense impact as the monsters come to understand that there is a truly strong human out there somewhere. Gotta admit, it's still slightly strange looking to me, but ultimately it still looks good in my mind.
ヒーローどもをめちゃくちゃにしてやる。
今日も怪人多いな。
Building this up as a potential big plot element only to have Saitama smash them all away immediately is such a bait and switch.
そう、当たり前だ。なんだお前分かってんじゃねえか。
Must admit, these two also have a great dynamic, until they don't anyway. Dude can frickin' poke through concrete!
広がり、お前らで100人突破だ。
Oh my word, I love that, from the animation quality and smoothness to his voice acting and of course his classic soundtrack to top it all off.
まずはてめえ。
For the start to this epic battle.
ヤノン。
そんなに知名度がないはずの僕の技を。あれは
Again, I just have to shout out the smooth animation. It's clear that they worked really hard on this battle. Holy balls, and then they go and give us an awesome looking chain attack against him.
この包囲を走り抜ける足も残ってねえ。今のコンディションで。
This rotating view to show us how much he's up against it in this battle, and yet another awesome sounding music track.
同じヒーローなのにこの差は何だ。ヒーローにランキングなどが存在するせいで優劣がつき。
Mixing into the story, this Class A hero feeling kind of sorry for himself for being overlooked by the Hero Association and those in S Class, and thus wanting to create a name for himself and his friends by taking down the Hero Hunter without involving an S Class in the process. Just wanted to add onto that last win that once again, this is yet another great example of One Punch Man delving into territory outside what you'd expect from an anime about the One Punch Man. Instead, they take the time to focus on so many other heroes and their personalities, and I love that.
でもカニ魔人惜しかったね。マッハウーマンとリトルジャスティスが加勢してきても。
At first, I got the impression that Garrow's backstory was going to be comedy based. A kid who saw monsters on TV that he wanted to win that never did, ends up becoming one himself. But during this entire flashback sequence, instead, we're shown a young boy wanting to be friends with others but having a difference of opinion. Sadly, this leads to him being perpetually bullied, adults not listening to him, other kids picking on him as a result, and the entire system appearing as corrupt. Instead of focusing on a comedy aspect, they ditch that and go all out with what turns out to be a most excellent backstory that nicely explains why he is what he is and does what he does. It's genuinely difficult to pick apart this scene, so I'll simply add a couple of wins right here for how well animated it is. I'm sure a great many of you who even had issues with earlier episodes would happily agree that the quality of the battle during this episode was pretty great. Not quite season 1 standards of course, but great when compared to other anime at least.
任せろ、ファイルバイソン。離れろ。
Man, how they cut the attack music and change it to Garrow's theme as soon as the weapon splits and he becomes visible is beautiful.
しまった。
Oh my god!
画廊から離れろ。
Once again, how beautifully edited this amazing battle is, and each of their reactions to the turning of the tide has just been amazing.
足手まといですよこの新入り。こいつにも手柄を分けてやるなんて。
Sometimes I love how I shout out something and then it comes up very soon after. I just gave props to a great backstory and further back shouted out character building side characters, and then they go and give us a flashback sequence for this hero out of the blue explaining what he feels are his personal shortcomings. Oh my word, it's amazing how many heroes had such a similar experience in one form or another with Saitama at some stage in their life.
バナだスティンガーだとしても見捨てられるかギガンティックドリルスティンガー
Shout out to this guy's voice actor. He did some fantastic work with this character as well as voicing the awesome Koro Sensei and Itaru from Steins Gate. Yeah, just take another win, dude. Garou really made an impact here, risking his own life in order to save the kid inside. Kind of ironic for a hero hunter and someone who hates heroes to be doing something so heroic, eh? Hey?
一番ランキングを気にしてるのはてめえじゃなえか
The end to this most epic battle! Also, whilst I understand some people are harder to please in terms of animation quality, let's look at this one still image of Garou. Just look at the level of detail on him. Imagine how long it'd take you to draw just this image to this high quality standard. For me personally, when you think of animation in that way, it makes you truly appreciate what these mangakas and animators achieve. And then after risking his life to save the boy, sadly he saw him like the monster he wants to be seen as, but clearly this isn't what he would have liked to have happened, and this very much makes him a multi-dimensional character. For this goddamn epic entrance! Again, it's difficult to point out various greatness in this battle because it flows so quickly from one scene to the next, so instead I'll add a win overall. Okay, that was friggin' sick. This! And not to be forgotten, that! Yes!
ゲームってストレス溜まるんだな。
Ooh, tricky detached robot arms are tight! His hair and his bandages are being affected by the blast wave. Bang arriving and his sick ass entrance!
化け物どもは任せろバングお前はガローサンキューお兄ちゃん
Sick music to accompany these two, by the way. Getting to see a flashback of Baby Garou. Just odd to me that he turned out the way he did and feels the way he feels towards Bang when he was being treated seemingly well. Once again, they can take a win overall for the start to this episode with this intense action. Holy balls, that's amazing!
あいつを使えばまだなんとかなる
させねえよ
The brother getting involved when he attempts some trickery to win this battle against Bang.
クラスの人気者だったやつ
何どうしたの？ガローが暴れてる。
I know I already talked about this moment in the previous episode and gave it a win there, but once again I'll state it's a very decent moment that really subverted my expectations successfully, and so why the heck not give it another win?
は必ず負ける
ジャスティスマンキック！怪人ガロー
Changing the shadowy figure to an actual real leg and shoe helps to really get the point across to the viewer.
違うんです。たっちゃんは人気者だからみんな僕が悪いように言うんだ。
違うお前は悪いことをしたんだ
This hits super close to home for me, having been accused of a crime I didn't commit years ago, and one in which everyone else lied to protect themselves, knowing full well I could have been sent to jail for years.
ムカデチョ
Well now, that was just straight up one of the best moments of the entire second season, wasn't it? Good CGI.
で長老とまともに戦えそうなのは
This rundown that the Heroes of the Monster Association believes are strong enough to take down Centauro.
ブラストを戦場へ引きずり出そうと躍起になっているというわけだ
Getting precious new background information on Blast, a hero just about everyone wants to know more about.
後期空列戦
I think for this attack and how absolutely brilliant it looked and sounded, they can take an extremely rare 2 wins right here, boys! Genos doing Genos related things. The realization that this monster is so powerful it's basically using bloody God mode.
いいわけがない
This smooth as butter transition.
こやつに砲は効かんぞ
This music! Hot dog, if you know what it is, spit it out down below and help your boy out!
Dual Blade Rush!
This! Dropping a win here for being so damn consistent throughout both seasons of what drives Genos to become better, not only for deeply personal reasons but also to no doubt please or win the approval of his sensei. They were probably attempting to make us think that this would be a self-explosion attempt, much like he did once try in Season 1, so nicely subverted to keep us on our toes. That is insane, dude! For this amazing looking attack, and seriously, Genos never fails to impress when he's in a battle, like for real. Also take one more for the outcome of the attack because that mixture of hand-drawn animation and CGI looks beautiful, especially with the forest and city in the background.
守れない
お兄ちゃん走れ
Bang saving our boy during a painful moment of failure for him.
お兄ちゃん 一か八か
You know what, with this music and the stakes of the battle, I'm getting some serious My Hero Academia vibes from this right now and I like it a whole lot.
人生最後の全力を出すぜ
Isaac Netero. King's arrival and the culmination of his own, albeit much smaller arc to find some courage in the world.
ビビって正面まき散らしながら逃げた相手ヒーローのブラストだ
One more win for the King engine. Still no idea what causes it, but my goodness me, doesn't it sound epic.
埼玉市
For me, the only thing that would have made this moment even better, and please do share your thoughts in the comments, is if they kept the music soundtrack running from the start of the attack. It was brilliant, but it felt like it was cut short by switching up the music to me.
俺に足りないものは何だと思いますか
えパワーじゃね
ありがとうございます
It's so awesome as they continue to mix these two together through the seasons, with Genos being super serious and taking every small thing to heart, and meanwhile Saitama is incredibly chilled, issuing tidbits of predictable, simplistic advice, and then Genos takes it like the word of God and it makes me laugh.
もうじきオロチの元へ着く
Foreshadowing for Season 3! Well guys and few gals, I want to thank you all for joining me. As usual, if you're not subscribed already, then hit that button. You can also hit me up on Twitter at TheHonestGamer or support me on my Patreon using the links down below. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and if you did, smash that like button. And of course, I'll see you next time, fellow anime lovers! Nathan Bird, The Ortho, Josiah May, Bird Without a Word, Arias Alibari, PK Fan, Chef Kilo, Loritz, Chris Harris, Fluffy Starlight, Yona Stahl, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Manuel Morales, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Sentimento, Silva, Morgan Vargas, Master Tank, Brendan Kriya, Kyle Farmer, Theodore Quackens, Kaj Vorzelman, Jordan Samuels, Gabby Z, Humye, Crimson Shadows, Powers 994.